Good morning, foodies. So today is the 6th of January and it's National Greek Loukomades Day. It's also on the Epiphany. I'm going to start by making the syrup, similar to when we made the Christmas cookies. So in here we've got 2 cups of water, 2 cups of sugar, some cinnamon sticks and some cloves. I'm just going to melt that down slowly. We'll make the syrup first because that has to be cold when we dunk. So the other ingredients you will need is some yeast, some sugar, which is in the sugar caddy, but some warm milk and warm water, some Greek honey if you can get it. I've not got a lot left. My Greek friends, I need more Greek honey. That's going to get used today. Crushed walnuts, a cup of flour, but bearing in mind I'm only making a few. You would normally use 200 grams of flour. A quarter cup of corn flour, and I've only got a little bit left, so that's going to have to do. And some vanilla essence. First we need to do the yeast. Put the milk and water, a tablespoon of sugar, the yeast, and we're going to whisk it. Whiskey, becomes frothy. Make sure your sugar's not burning. Bring this up to heat very slowly, just to let it, make sure everything dissolves. So in your bowl, you're going to put your flour, 1 cup of flour, half a cup of corn flour, about a teaspoon of vanilla essence, a quarter teaspoon of salt. Now we don't put the salt into the yeast mix because it stops the yeast from activating. But if you put it into the flour, it gets dispersed, so just about that much. Obviously again, if you're making more, double it. It gets dispersed into the flour, so then it doesn't affect the yeast. Pour your mix into the flour and give it a mix. You're not making a dough, you're making more of a, give it a really good mix. And it'll froth up a little bit. Then you're going to cover it and sit it somewhere warm for about an hour for it to rise. So I had a little bit more flour because I was working on the full recipe and put too much liquid in. So if you're only doing 1 cup of flour, put a quarter of a cup of warm milk and a quarter of a cup of warm water. So I've added a little bit more flour, and it wants to be kind of thicker than a Yorkshire pudding mix batter. You see it's kind of holding together. It wants to be like that. And then cover it up and put it somewhere warm for about an hour. Once all the sugar's melted, then you turn up the heat a little bit and then bring it to a boil, and then once let it boil for 5 minutes and then turn it off and leave it to cool down. It's boiling away nicely now. Just let that do for another couple of minutes and then I'll turn that off. So once it's cooled down, you're going to put about half a cup of honey in. This is Greek honey, all the way from Cyprus. So I don't know what half a cup is, but 2 heaped tablespoons full maybe. Come off. Mix it all in. Mix it all in until it's melted, and then you'll leave that to cool as well. So it needs to be really cold for when you bring your hot dough balls into it. Kind of like donuts, but not. The honey melted. I'll just leave that to cool now. And then here I've got a tray with some kitchen paper on, because we're going to fry the balls and then they're going to go on there to drain a little bit. So it's 1 hour later, you can see it's doubled in size. We're going to mix it again. It's going to go down, just taking all the air out of it again. We're going to mix it again, and then we're going to leave it covered for another 45 minutes to 1 hour. Start making them. So now comes the fun part. So this is what it looks like now. We're not going to stir it now. So shush. That's my cat in the background. We're not going to stir it now. We're going to let the oil get up to heat. In a cup, you want some hot water or some olive oil with your spoon. Some people like to use 2 spoons, but I'm not very good with 2 spoons, so I just use 1. And to test if your oil's ready, just get a little toothpick and stick it in. If it's bubbling, then it's ready. This is where it gets messy. So you're going to get your hand in. Oh, I don't have to make it thick enough. Oh, it's not thick enough. Drop it in the oil. So the key to this is keep them moving. So these 2 are ready, the first 2 that I put in. And onto the greaseproof paper. Keep them moving so they don't burn. Cook it evenly. We'll do a few just to show you, and then I'm going to do the rest in my own time. I'm going to put these into the syrup. 10 seconds each side. Some people like to do them like blanch, like this. Let them drain and then bring them again. It makes them crispier. So you can do that if you wish. I'm not going to bother. And then you put them onto a bowl or a dish or whatever you're going to serve them in. So I've only got a few. I'll do it like this. Into a dish. Oh, hot, hot, hot. And then, see them there? Loukmades. We put some honey on the top. Get it out. Honey on the top with some nuts. Some nuts. Yep. A little bit of salt. So it's going to look like this. And then we go. Ow. Perfect. Give them a go. Loukmades.